Hello, Facebook world. Welcome back to the John Bargo Center. For those of you who don't know, my name is Jacob Mendez, and I'm your engagement coordinator here at Wichita State Engineering. And each week since the summer, we have been interviewing different student organizations and student projects to learn more about opportunities in the college. And today we have Rocket Club. Got a little rocket behind me. I am very excited, and we're going to start off just learning more about our guest speaker today. So Mr. Julian over here is going to be here. So Mr. Julian, tell us about who you are and give a little introduction.
Hi everyone, my name is Julian Chi. I am from Malaysia. I'm currently the Vice President of the Wichita State University Rocket Club, and I'm majoring in aerospace engineering, and I'm a senior this year.
Awesome, thank you, Julian. I'm really glad today. We are outside the Astronautics Lab in the John Bargo Center, and Rocket Club is stationed there, so they do a lot of their work here. But would you mind talking to us about the overview of the organization and the structure of how Rocket Club works?
Yeah, sure. So the Wichita State Rocket Club is a student organization, and we basically involve ourselves in a lot of high-powered rocketry activities. So yeah, we basically launch rockets either for certification purposes or research purposes, and even joining competitions. So in the United States, there are a bunch of rocketry organizations throughout the country. One of them is called the National Association of Rocketry, another one is called the Triple E Rocketry Association. And those associations have a 3-tiered level to certifying flyers to be able to launch their own rocket. So here in our University Rocket Club, we do have a lot of activities to get students certified so that they can actually launch their own rockets. Like this one right here. This is a level 1 rocket. So it's a little small, much simpler. It's made out of cardboard, and these rockets are level 2 rockets. So they're made out of fiberglass. They're much tougher and they're much more high-powered, so to say. And there's a lot more technical details involved with those rockets. So our rocket club, we have different teams throughout the rocket club. So we have the president, we have the vice president, that's me. We've got the secretary, we've got the treasurer, and then all of the other students usually break off into different sub-teams. So when it comes to rocketry, a lot of sub-teams are important, such as propulsion, in order to launch a rocket and figure out its trajectory. We've got structures, so that the rocket doesn't break apart in flight. We also have avionics, such as this. So these are the flight computers that determine the different flights, the different events that happen in flights. And aside from all the technical details, this seems like a very geeky and technical club, but we also do encourage a lot of other majors, such as graphic design or business students, to help us deal with a lot of other things, because we are essentially kind of like a little-known space program. So it's not enough to just launch rockets, but we have to be able to figure out how to promote them, make them look good, and things like that.
Yeah, so Mr. Julian, I'm always curious, because a big part of being involved in an organization is making memories and making connections. What's been your favorite part of being a Rocket Club, and how long have you been involved in the organization?
So I've been involved in this organization in my first semester when I arrived here in Wichita State. I joined in fall 2018, so it would be 2 years right now. And yeah, these are some of the images of some of my favorite memories. This one's my very first rocket launch. I don't know if you can zoom in far enough, but yeah. So some of my favorite events include our little club competitions. So this is when we get all the new students up and running with the basics of rocketry. So such would be something like this. This is a very small rocket. A shock parachute, and a small rocket motor, and the goal was to see who could stay in the air the longest. So now we've actually upgraded that program for our new members. It's called the G64 program. It's a much larger rocket, and we're going to be building these rockets in teams, and we're going to try and incorporate as many class content as we can, just so that it's much more cohesive as for your experience as a university student. So another one of my favorite events in being in the club is actually the Argonia Cup competition. So it's a yearly competition that is local to Kansas. It's organized by Cloudbusters, which is our local chapter here for rocket launches. And this is the rocket that we launched. So yeah, we had a lot of different responsibilities, figuring out how to get the whole system up and running. So the goal was to launch a rocket up to about 10,000 feet, above 8,000 feet actually, and it would have a payload, which is a golf ball, and the goal is to try and return the golf ball as close to the launch site as possible.
awesome. There are so many cool things that
Oh, yeah.
I've been here for a few years now, and I'm learning a lot about Rocket Club today, so that is really awesome. So for a new student or someone new to campus, how do they get involved with Rocket Club?
So usually our recruitment starts, well, we recruit any time of the year. Anyone is free and welcome to join us, but usually the bulk of our recruitments and our new students enter usually within the first 2 weeks of the fall semester. So right now is the perfect time. And actually this Monday at 6:30 p.m., if you look up some of our links on Facebook, we actually have a recruitment meeting. It starts at 6:30, so it will be over a Zoom call and followed by our general meeting at 7 p.m.
Awesome. So, Mr. Julian, is there anything else you want us to share today, or anything else we didn't cover in the interview?
Yeah, so one of the things that we like to do aside from just launching rockets is if you are interested in space exploration or space flight operations, things like that, we have a lot of other events that aren't necessarily rocketry based, such as we have movie night, we have game night, we do invite talks from professionals in the industry to basically talk about what it takes to be a full-blown rocket scientist or an aerospace engineer. And we also organize a lot of our own workshops, such as Open Rocket, as you can see here. So we're going to teach you guys how to use Open Rocket, which is an open source software, to design your own rockets and perform some preliminary calculations. We try and get new members to use what they've learned in class. So for designing all of our rocket parts and manufacturing and fabricating different parts, we use CATIA, which we learn in engineering graphics. So that gives students more opportunities outside of class to actually apply their stuff that they've learned in class. So yeah.
That is so cool. Thank you so much for sharing today. And so I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up. But Mr. Julian, thank you so much. For anyone who is interested in joining Rocket Club, definitely check out the links on our Facebook. We did post our Facebook group, our Discord chat, and a few other things in our Facebook event. And also, at any time, you can definitely get on Shopper Sync and check things out there. And you can always reach out to me, and I can get you help connected. But for next week's video, we will be meeting with the Society of Women Engineers. So definitely come back next Thursday at noon. And for all you new shoppers to campus, definitely hope you had a first good week of classes. And if you need any help or assistance with anything, definitely come out and reach out to me at the Engineering Student Success Center. And we're here to help you be successful. So thank you, Facebook world. If you have any questions, definitely reach out to myself or Julian, and we'll get you connected. Thank you all.